Alright YouTube, welcome back. Heathen Outdoors Volume 7. I'm kind of excited tonight because we have a simple overnighter, but it's going to be a fun overnighter because we're going to be experimenting and testing out a stove in the new hot tent. When you guys watch Heathen Outdoors Volume 5, you'll see I first got the One Tigris Hot Tent. And in this episode or volume, we're going to test out a stove. It's not the One Tigris stove. This is a simple, easy Amazon special. I just wanted to test it out. It's going to be my first experiment with the hot stove. We're excited. Gunner's ready. So what we got here is a simple stove. It's nothing fancy, nothing special. Kind of small, but we want to take advantage of it. We got our gear. We're about to sort out. I'm starving, so tonight we're kind of surviving off of dehydrated meals. I'm kind of glad I brought them just because, like I said, I have a story for you. We got a flat on the way in, and I had to bail out of the bush. I seen the tire pressure sensor getting low in my car, so I had to run into town. Luckily, I found a tire shop, and they got me hooked up. By the time I got back here, we're losing sun. So we're gonna set up, we're gonna do a quick meal, or maybe, I don't know, maybe we might delay purposely and just have a good dinner, because I brought two with me. Originally I was gonna do a lunch and dinner, dehydrated, but we got the new jet boil we're gonna test out. We also brought some cold beer, of course. Got some hot cocoa for tonight. So this past week in Texas, we got hit with a cold front. I was waking up, and some of the mornings I woke up, it was 9 degrees, which is really cold for Texas. But I think this is the last cold front before spring starts coming back. And so it almost hit perfectly because we get to test out the stove here. I need to tie her down real quick and make sure that she's into the ground. We're going to kind of organize, set up the bedding. We got the One Tigris Obsidian. We're going to go air mattress tonight, but I did bring the closed foam cell just in case it fails. But since we have access to the car tonight, we're going to go ahead and take advantage of more gear than normal. As usual, I brought some fire logs, and Mookie brought us football, so we're going to play some games too. Stick with us. Y'all, wouldn't be a traditional fashion if I didn't forget an item. Totally forgot the tripod. Classic. But I'm going to do something right now that I usually try to avoid when I'm out here filming for you guys. But there is something aesthetic about it when I watch the videos that inspire me. But I got to do some wood processing. Last night I put some fire logs in the stove, lit it so it can burn off the chemical smell and everything. But I'm not so sure the fire log did good in the stove. That being said, I want to have some natural wood on deck to use it, because I might try to boil the water on it just for aesthetic reasons. So wood processing be short and sweet, but like I said, there's something aesthetically pleasing about it. So watch me chop wood. Alright, YouTube. We're gonna get a quick meal going real quick. I am starving. Depending on how much this fills me up, this is either just gonna be a snack or this might be dinner. I really wanted to cook on the stove tonight. I think the aesthetics would be fun. I'm just too hungry, and to be honest, I just cut a little bit of that wood over there. That big pile is for the fire, the campfire, and then the small piles for the stove. And to be honest, I don't want to waste all that wood if that's what I'm going to rely on to get me cozy throughout the night, just because last night's study by putting a fire log in there, I didn't get to watch it well enough to know if it actually works or not. So I bought myself my very first jet boil. There we go, it's in focus. I think this is just the standard jet boil. I went this route because when we do go backpacking, I really want to utilize as quick as I can boiling the water, because I'm going to rely on the dehydrated meals. And the Pathfinder cup over here, to me that's more bushcraft. Nothing wrong with it. It's just, it's big for one, plus I got to hold the fuel in the stove. When here, everything fits inside of it, which is pretty cool, compact. So I guess overnighters or bushcraft, this is ideal because it's stainless steel. You can put it in the fire and boil water, cook in and eat out of it. But when you're like strictly backpacking and weight is everything, jet boil is the way to go. So tonight's menu, it's first time trying this brand. This is Backpacker's Pantry, the granola with blueberries and almonds. And it looks like, I read somewhere, yeah, right here, I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can use hot or cold water in it. So I'm assuming if you wanted like a cold cereal type thing, you can put cold water in this. If you want a warm meal, hot water. So that's what we're gonna do, hot water. And then I also bought this for dinner, 3 cheese mac and cheese, again, Backpacker's Pantry. I bought these at REI. I've had the Mountain House before, and I've had a lot of different menus from Mountain House, and not that they're the best menus, but when you're backpacking, food is food, dude, you know? At least in my experience. So, that being said, we're going to get this going. We're going to save the wood for the stove tonight, and when the sun actually dips down and gets out of here, you guys can't see the sun. It's a beautiful sunset here. It's way over there though. As soon as that dips out, I know the temperature's gonna drop. We're expecting 24 degrees tonight, so it's gonna get cold. And we'll get the stove going, and maybe we'll boil the hot chocolate in the Pathfinder over here. Other than that, let's get the jet boil going. this is what she looks like here. No, you can't see it. There's so much steam. My apologies. I think way too much liquid. She's looking good though. And then this is all the equipment we got. Mookie in the back, already getting snuggy. Wait for sundown, get this fire going. Alright YouTube, welcome back. Couldn't wait any longer. We got the fire going outside. And I also went ahead and got the stove going. Did that so when we're ready, if it gets hot enough, which is what we're aiming for, we can do our hot chocolate there. And she's already smoking. As you can see, she's doing her job. So right now we're just kind of got some small sticks in there just to get the coals going. And then we'll start putting the big chunks in there. I might even try to split those chunks. That way the inside of the wood is vulnerable. Which, that's what I think I'm going to do now. I'm going to go over there and start chunking those in half. Alright guys. So just for aesthetic reasons, I think we are going to get some hot chocolate going. I've been dying to try to cook something on the stove. Just for funsies. Alright, I've got some water here in the Pathfinder. We'll put some in the other Pathfinder. I usually bring 2 packets, so it's going to be a good cup. 2 cups of it. But I think what I might do, I'll just keep an eye on it. I was going to pour some out in case it boils and it boils over. But I think I'm just going to do my best to keep an eye on it. So, without further ado, let's see if that boils. And I'll bring you guys back when she's ready. Alright YouTube, we decided to give up on the hot chocolate. I don't know if I was just impatient, but that water just wasn't boiling. Either that or I just don't have the stove hot enough. But I don't want to blaze it. I don't want to just put it on like overdrive and heat it up and something happen throughout the night. Because I mean, this flap on the tent's doing its job. I guess I'm just not completely sold safety wise. Even though this is my first experience with a hot tent. So instead, we're going to skip the hot chocolate for now at least. I'm not hungry. We're not going to dab into that macaroni and cheese. But what we are going to do is we're going to get some music going, get a little funky, and grab ourselves some cold beer. And I got our favorite tonight, Samuel Smith's Organic Chocolate Stout. And just a little update before we start playing some music and all. This stove is literally doing its job. It's super crazy. You can just tell how the differences of temperature in this tent compared to outside just by entering in the door. And I have the door open, so I can just imagine what it's gonna get when I shut this door, because it is cozy in here. I don't have a thermostat or a thermometer to kind of give you guys exact measurements, but if I had to guess, I'm easily guessing outside. Index says it's already 39 degrees. In here it's got to be at least 70. That's how much of a difference it's making. Alright YouTube, it's about 8:30. We're kind of just relaxing. I'm inside the hot tent writing some runic spells. If you guys haven't seen already or put 2 and 2 together, I am a pagan man, very proud pagan man at that. I enjoy the outdoors, and when I'm out here I feel that I am one. We're enjoying the cold beer. Gunner's behind me. He's already trying to get snuggy. I don't know if you guys can see, but I got my totems behind the fire over there as usual. Mother Frigga, Hail Odin. And they are with us tonight. We're going to continue to enjoy this fire, and I'm going to continue to write in runic. I will catch you guys a little later when we do our toast. Alright guys, let's get this over with. I brought the Jägermeister Let's do a toast. Let's do a little small sumble, shall we? Alright guys, it's that time of night again. Do a toast, a small sumble to the people we appreciate, including you, the viewers. Obviously it's the whole reason why YouTubers make content, is so people could watch their stuff. As I've said before, I get inspired by watching people's outdoor activities, camping and stuff like that. So that's all I can ask for in return, is maybe that this inspires someone to either get outdoors, or maybe you're at that space where you can't get outdoors no more, so you're kind of living that outdoor life through YouTube, which ironically sometimes I do. Lunchtime at work, I'll check in on my favorite YouTubers and see what they're doing, all their outdoor adventures, etc. So, nothing new. Jägermeister. Try to keep this going as long as we can. Tonight, I want to say thank you to my kindred, and thank you obviously to you guys, the people who view this, and a big thank you to Brother Charles of my kindred. I use the NFK bottle openers more than you know, brother. And I hope to meet him someday. He's an affiliate of my kindred. He's been with us for over 2 years, and you can just tell he's a die-hard man, dude. And we haven't physically met, we've only virtually met, and one of these days I'm gonna meet him physically. I can hear something rumbling in the bush over there, and I bet you it's an armadillo. If Maddie was here, Maddie would have beef with that armadillo. Alright, you two, without further ado, Jägermeister, black licorice. God. I don't know what people see in it. It's black licorice. God. I got about 9:45 on the dot. I'm gonna let this fire die out, and the next time you'll see us, I think I'm gonna zip that door down, and we're gonna see what this hot stove tent thing can really do. Keep in mind, I've had the door open all night, and it's warm in that tent. As soon as we zip that down, we're about to witness the true power of the stove. Alright, YouTube, one last hurrah for the fire. I put the biggest logs there so they'll burn longer. I always like to have the fire going when I go to sleep. Multiple reasons. Makes it look like someone's still up doing something in case there's other people around. Keeps the animals away. And it also helps me go to sleep. It's like a white noise for me because the music obviously goes off, but the burning of the fire. Our stove is doing its job, and I'm anxious to get this door shut because I want to see what this stove can really do once the door is shut. So one last hurrah for the fire, and we're crawling in the sack. YouTube, alright, so we just got the door shut on the hot tent, and I can tell you right now, it's hot. I'm getting ready to take my hoodie off because it's warm in here, and this thing is putting out, dude. It's powerful, and it's a small stove. It's the Amazon special. There's no name brand about it. This is probably straight from China, and this thing is just killing it right now with some heat. But Gunner's ready for bed. I'm gonna crawl in myself. We will see you guys in the morning. Thank you for joining us on this trip. And I think that's about it for now. See you guys in the morning. Good night. Good morning, YouTube. We made it. Got pretty chilly last night. The stove did its job. That's the good thing. It kept us warm for a couple of hours, but I woke up probably around like 2 o'clock. Freezing. So I had to relight the stove, put more wood in. We were good till about 4:45. And then it started freezing, and then we just toughed it out from there. So that's 7:15 in the morning.
I'm cozy still. But we got to start packing up. Hold this one, put her in the book, start heading home. So I'll check in with you guys in a few once I get out of bed and start moving around. Alright, YouTube. Got the car started, warming her up, getting ready for the journey home. Closing out Heathen Outdoors Volume 7. Smoky Hot Tent. One Tigris. Excellent tent, love it. I'm kind of glad we did this. I'm really glad we did this because, like I said, I think this is the last cold front we're going to get until spring really starts to come, where we're not going to need the stove anymore. So I'm glad we got this over with. At the end of the day, cheap little Amazon stove did its job. The tent did its job, kept us warm. The only negative thing or bad thing I would say about the hot tent would be when the stove is running. When the stove is on and it has fuel wood, it works like a champ. It did its job. But then as the wood dies out, it just gets cold real quick, and so you're waking up in the middle of the night. I had to wake up twice last night and feed the stove. Other than that, the stove did its job. I'm looking forward to a lot more camps with it. I don't think we'll get another cold front this year, but if we do, we'll be ready. If not, next season for sure. We do a lot more winter camping with that. The only thing that I did finalize with this video is even though technically on the sleep mattress, the Obsidian, the One Tigris Obsidian, you're off the ground. It's an air mattress, so you're just you're floating. This is now like the 4th or 5th time I've slept on it, and I slept like crap. And it's not the mattress fault. I think it's me. I think I'm too much of an active sleeper. I'm sliding around on the air mattress all the time, so this kind of just puts the nail in the coffin that the closed cell phone pad is the way to go for me. So from here on out, I'm going to be doing the dual phone cell phone pads. And I think that's going to fix the last minute kinks. The next video we're going to do is probably going to be a gear video. It's probably going to be a prep video for the big trip coming up. And if we can time it well, if the weekends talk right to us, maybe by volume 10 will be the big trip. So that means we still have 8 and 9 to film, but I know one of them is going to be a gear video. So we're getting there, guys. Thank you for joining us anytime we come out here. We love to have you guys with us. Thank you for your participation and just watching this video with me and Gunner. Gunner's ready to go home. I'm ready to go home and get some food too. We're about an hour, 10 minutes out. So without further ado, you guys, y'all stay heathen.